The first patch for Season 13 released today, and despite not much going on in terms of new content, there has been some massive changes. This relates to two controversial changes to the Blunderbus and the Burning Blade, and these were actually a bit surprising. Oh, and the regular Gold Shop refresh, Pirate Emporium Extravaganza, and bug fixes also came with this patch. Kicking us off though is the rundown of the Pirate Emporium. The main attraction is the Motley Mariner set and is designed around medieval jesters. It includes a full ship set, collector's sails and figureheads, and a ship crest. Face paint, weapons, a trinket, and a drum are also available to pair with the collector's set. Keep in mind, this is a costume set, not a clothing set. It's amazing how far the art style has come since the release back in 2018. It's almost like we're playing a different game at this point. Although Rare has listened to feedback, and now the weapon bundle includes all 6 weapons for 749 ancient coins. Fair play. The King's Ransom set gets a boost with a new crest and a 6-piece weapon bundle. That makes 17 premium crests, 15 earnable and 2 that are time limited and no longer available. For throwing knives there are 7 earnable ones and 6 premium ones, so there is a chance the premium content overtakes the earnable ones next month. And as for the double barrels, there's 4 earnable items and 6 premium ones, with the gap expected to widen soon. The actual coolest thing in the Emporium is the Omen Chipset, based on the stupendous Gears of War franchise. I had hoped this would come out with Gears of War Emergence Day, but this could mean we get another set next year. This was previously a part of Twitch drops. Rare's added a new emote set as per usual. The Ashen pets continue with the Ashen Owl, making them finally worth buying. That rounds out a massive Emporium shop. Now let's head over to the gold shops to see what's available. After Season 13's stellar drop, I'm expecting big things to keep up that momentum. And it's 5 recolored items. The carved weapon set, only just released last month, has received its first recolor, and the kingly jackets continue with the monk themed one. It is what it is. It does confirm the only meaningful cosmetics will come out during the seasonal drops. Rare would really benefit from at least locking stuff behind old commendations with no cosmetics, or even with the new season's commendations that also have no cosmetics. We already saw the regular Bone Crusher throwing knife that has been finished, so why not just release it with a new commendation? It would pad out the season a bit more and not kill the momentum as much. This bleeds into my next point. There's no new gameplay additions to this season, just some balance changes. It kills the momentum for this game and is its biggest issue outside of the bugs. I just don't think one event and a community weekend cuts the mustard in this dog-eat-dog world of live service games. I'll expand more on this another time. Anyway, gameplay changes. The first change I didn't think would be controversial, but apparently it is. There is now an exclusion zone around the Reaper's hideout when trying to turn in the Burning Blade, so players cannot run with impunity. Many people are mad at this change, since they view the Burning Blade as their world event and they're allowed to turn it in when they want and not be griefed by other players. I agree with this change. Simply because you have to sink the Burning Blade to claim it as an opposing crew, no other piece of loot requires that outside of emissary flags. Imagine if you could turn in the Force of Fortune loot, sell it all with one button, and no one can claim it off you unless they sink you. It's simply not fair. The exclusion zone is small, so if you want to run, you still have a good chance. Other balance changes should have been brought with this, like much more skeletons for solos, but I digress. The other is the Blunderbus's colossal overhaul, and it has been a very controversial change in the community. The Blunderbus will no longer one-shot kill players, something that assisted smaller crews and less skilled players for a very long time. Now the Blunderbus will do a maximum of 90 damage, its range is now decreased, so it's harder to tickle enemies from a distance to get a kill. The knockback has also been increased, both vertically, and players can no longer change their momentum in the air. It also takes less pellets to activate the knockback effect. These were brought about ahead of time before the harpoon gun launches in Season 14. I don't know if we should be balancing guns for content out in 2 months' time, but it might be for the best. I do agree, however, that the Blunderbus was stupidly strong as far as the meta goes, and the Blunderbus Eye of Reach combo was just far too viable. It'll be interesting to see other meta changes going forward. I can still see solos being shit on. Overall, it's a tiny video for a small update for Season 13 that shakes up the meta. With little to earn in the gold shops and a massive Emporium update, Season 13's momentum slows down incredibly, but at least the Burning Blade content is still sustaining the game at this point. Let's see how the season progresses going forward.